I have a question. So I've had a rocky relationship with my parents for a long time, and we're trying to repair it. But my entire family is Republican, and I don't think I can put on the civil face and pretend it's just a difference of opinion anymore. How do I make them understand? How do I get it through their heads that they're not just voting for fiscal responsibility anymore? Because that's always been the line. Financially conservative, socially liberal. But I came out in 2013, and they've been voting Republican this whole time. I don't know if I can go home for Thanksgiving. I don't know if I can just pretend.
What we can see, as always, politics divides families, friends, I don't know, parents, etc. So basically, it's terrible. It's just terrible, and this is the consequences of their vote, I would say. I mean, their own daughter doesn't think she can go to their home for Thanksgiving, and it's just terrible. I mean, each family should be united always, especially on any like Christmas or Thanksgiving, it doesn't matter. And we can see that she is afraid of going to the home because she has to make a mask that everything is okay, but it's clearly not okay.
I've been putting on this act for almost 10 years, and I just don't think I can anymore. I've lost too many people. How do I show them? Because I don't want to lose them.
You know, fair enough. Let's redo that skit and bump up the aggression. Feel free to take notes. Wow, whoever made this mac and cheese, it's so good.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad to see you're in a better mood today.
What the fuck is she doing here? I thought she wasn't invited.
Oh, come on now. I think we can all put that aside and sit down and have a nice Thanksgiving dinner, right?
No.
Oh my god!
I can't hear you. Can't hear you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Get out. Don't talk to me. Get out. The dog does not want you here. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Get out. Yow.
Is that really how you're going to treat your aunt? Oh my gosh.
Bleep, blop, bloop. Did someone just call the police already, please, for trespassing?
The cops cannot keep me from my rights.
I'm sorry, aren't you the one with big black letters that say back the blue on the back of your lifted Dodge Ram? Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Give me my jacket back.
I must say that.
Boo. No. Keep going. Keep all the way, girl.
Can I at least grab a to-go
No.
plate? Oh, fine. You know what? I'm gonna go,
Girl,
but
get
I'll
your
tell you.
ass out of this house. Should we go up a level, or? It was kind of hard fighting myself, but you get the idea.
Now is the time to strike. How did you blue pill your mom? I get the question daily. And guess what? Now is the time, because MAGA is starting to implode like the Ocean Gate Titan. The cracks are showing. You've got MAGA's top influencers glitching out, starting to question the Trump narrative. Candace Owens, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan. All of these Trump fanboys are now starting to clap back. Like, maybe he's not playing chess. Maybe he's eating the pieces, which, no shit, Sherlock. But here is my advice. Don't gloat, because no one is winning right now. I know that it is tempting and there's nothing you want to say more than this is your fault, but can we just freaking play the long game for once? Can we be as compassionate to them as we pride ourselves on being? Because when someone is deprogramming, they are not just questioning Trump, they are questioning everything they've been taught to believe about America, about themselves. So your job, our job, is to be the release valve, to find the pressure point, whether it's Iran, Israel, inflation, cuts to social services, immigration, healthcare scam. Find the wound, there's so many of them, and then be the Band-Aid. We don't need apologies right now. We need to change minds. We can let accountability and validation happen later when they're ready. Otherwise, we're just gonna be in this exact same place years from now.
The group of people that does not get enough credit in this world is anyone who married into a family that has vastly different political views than what you have. And I don't even care if it's liberal or conservative. I'm just talking, you're in a room full of people and you are clearly not among friends. But like at the same time, they're your in-laws, so you have to be among them.
Bro, imagine like you have a dinner with your family and you see like there's, let's say, uncle, yeah, and he's a Trump supporter, and automatically he's your like enemy, a threat to you. And it's crazy how politics can divide us people. And yeah, I would say we should fix those people, at least try to. I mean, we can explain them that uh, being MAGA is not good, explain them why exactly, show them like the list of problems that we have, like that Trump provides them basically. Trump, I would say, makes them bigger, and maybe you can switch their minds, yeah? So maybe you wouldn't want to lose your family or part of family or a friend, so you can try to bring him on a better way, yeah. But if he is crazy, yeah, if he is stupid, you can like cut him off, yeah. So
The amount of times I bite my tongue, the amount of times I just swallow my pride and I just say, you know what? We're going to be classy. We're not going to say anything. We're not going to fight. That is a special group of people, y'all. And if you are that person, like truly congrats, because this shit ain't easy.
I allowed politics to ruin the relationship I had with my mother. That's right. For 3 years, when I was a diehard liberal, I was wearing the pink hat, I was marching against Donald Trump, I was doing all the things. I was listening to CNN every single day. And part of the program that CNN offers is telling you that people who don't think like you are bad people, they're racist people, they should all die. That is part of the program, and it is intentional so that it keeps us all divided.
I mean, if those rules are actually in this program, it's just crazy. I mean, they should all die for real.
And during that time, my mom was conservative and I was liberal. And I literally put my mom, our relationship, I put that below my allegiance to this ideology. And it wasn't until I turned the media off that I realized it was totally a program. And that's what's happening right now. They are programming us to believe that if you're on this side, you can't get along with people on that side. And it is total bullshit. The government is the same side. It's the same wealthy technocrats.
I mean, I think MAGA people, at least most of them, are just blind, and we can like cut off this blur that they have, and maybe they are good people, they have a good mind, etc. Maybe they just made a mistake. It's happening, it happens, as we say, shit happens. So basically, maybe we can fix them, yeah, as I said like earlier.
That are taking over society. So we all need to start getting along so that we can be free, okay?
So I'm super liberal, but sometimes I think that my stork might have been a little tipsy or drunk during the drop-off process. The 80s were a wild time. Because how did I end up with a Trump supporter, a libertarian, a moderate Democrat, and I'm like far, far left? I feel so out of place at times. But to say that I've developed a lot of strategies around making sure our family dynamic does not fully implode when we're together would be an understatement. I also went on to work in corporate America. I just spent 2 years in Oklahoma stewarding and teaching how to have difficult and candid conversations around really tough subjects with people of really different backgrounds, including conversations around Israel, Palestine, Roe v. Wade being overturned, things that generally bring up a lot of emotion for people. So here are my 4 foolproof steps that I take when I'm entering a really difficult conversation around politics, social issues, or anything that you're going to get super emotional and excited about. Okay, number 1, when someone's talking, I listen, and I show them that I'm listening by doing a lot of question follow-up, digging into what they're presenting, asking them to confirm something, tell me a little bit more about that. Then 2, I repeat back what I heard in my own words, not verbatim what they said, and I ask, did I get that right? This is called looping for understanding. It's really the only way that they're going to feel heard and start to like bring down some of the walls and armor that they kind of came into the arena with. Number 3 is where you pivot to actually sharing your thoughts and opinions. And so after you've kind of heard them out, understood them deeply, repeated back, confirmed it, you're going to go, here's what that brings up for me. And you can share stories or things that you're thinking about. And you're going to close with number 4, which is about that I feel, and name some emotions. This really helps ground the conversation. I have a 6-hour car ride with my libertarian brother on Thursday, and he said that he was really concerned that I was starting to like democratic socialism. So I am bracing for impact. But instead of getting all caught up in the facts of what democratic socialism isn't, I'm just going to ask him a lot of questions about why that brings up fear for him, what he thinks it is. And then I'm going to talk about my values about caring for healthcare, housing, and making things affordable and good jobs.
So, look, I think while we live in a world that's becoming increasingly more politicized, we shouldn't forget that politics isn't life, right?
I mean, politics is not life, yeah, for sure, but it, I would say, it influences on our life a lot. Uh, just let's remind us that because of politics, some people, let's say, got deported because of ICE, yeah, because of Trump, exactly, and it's not good. It influence on your life. Imagine you have a wife and she got deported by ICE because of basically politics. So politics isn't life, but in a lot of cases, it is life indeed.
The issues that we deal with are real. Politics are the thing we put on top of the issues to try and solve them.
It's like a game.
And yeah, and so in many ways, I think we shouldn't forget that you can't get to a place of connecting with somebody if you start with the thing that separates you. You know, if you connect on just like the small things, like what's your family like? How were you raised? Like, look, you and I already, we both wash dishes physically.
Yes.
So now we have that. And then we can find the bridges and now can be like, wait, what was it like growing up for you? And then what was it like growing up for me? And
Yeah.
you'll find we have way more similarities than we ever would have
I
thought.
agree.
If we try find them.
You know, I think you've let politics just rob you too much of peace already. Every headline is designed to make you angry. You know, every post just pits one side against the other. Here's the truth, though. Your life, your family, your peace of mind, they matter more than that noise. And you can't stop the division, but you can stop it from, like, living rent-free in your head. Choosing to stay grounded, to keep your heart soft when the world feels hard. That's the power most people never tap into. So if it feels like it's just burning down, don't let that fire live in you. Protect your peace. Lead with steadiness. That's the kind of strength that this world respects.
We're allowing this chaos to destroy our families, to destroy our friendships. How many people don't talk to someone now because of who they voted for? I mean, I know someone tonight whose child told them, you can't see my children if you go see this movie or you voted for someone. This is what has infiltrated our nation.
Joy Reid is not wrong about Thanksgiving. MAGA doesn't think politics should divide families. What took place on November 5th was more than just politics. It was a morality test that MAGA failed. Setting boundaries against toxic people is nothing to feel bad about. My first reaction: please stop with the dramatics here. It was more than an election. It was a test. It was an election. We went and we voted and we found out who won. And now that person will be the president for the next 4 years. Like, stop. If this is how y'all are acting before Thanksgiving, what are you going to do on Thanksgiving Day when you might find out that one of your family members voted differently than you did? Oh my gosh. I also love how she says here MAGA doesn't think that politics should divide families, as if that's a bad thing and that we should be dividing families. If you think that you should be dividing your family based off who voted for who, you're not the good guy in this story. You're just not. I'm sorry to break it to you. You're not. Now, are y'all cutting out people that voted differently than you?
So guys, what do you think about it? Do you agree that it's okay to cut off your friends or like family because you have a different political views, or it's a total disaster, it's total trash, it's a red flag to do that? So basically, let me know in the comments, did you cut off your friends or parents because they are MAGA? Yeah, or you just let it sink, or you, I don't know, maybe fix their minds, let's say. So let me know in the comments down below.
And not letting them come to your Thanksgiving. I just need to know, because maybe I'm the crazy one here. Maybe this is more common on the right side than I think it is, but chime in and let me know.
Just wanted to respond to this so I can kind of explain what happened. Basically, the one uncle that sued my sister and myself, both of us, named my dad and their two other brothers in this lawsuit against us. So we lawyered up like you're supposed to and basically said, hell yeah, let's go to fucking court. We have all the receipts, and not only will you lose, you'll probably go to prison for what you did to your mother. So please let us do this. And then they immediately dropped the lawsuit. So that's what happened.
MAGA father and MAGA uncle went against this woman, basically his daughter, and it's I don't know what to say, bro.
Yeah, but
have times. One of the reasons I fight so strongly against MAGA is because of their normalization of sexual violence. I grew up in a family that was very conservative, and one of my male relatives sexually abused another male relative in my family for years, which led to a lot of anger, frustration, and trauma that not only stuck with the person who was victimized, but also everyone else. Because, of course, this act was swept under the rug, this family member had to see this person, his abuser, at every single holiday for years. And that type of trauma really does affect the way that you see the world, and it makes you distrustful of people. And so the actions of this one selfish, disgusting relative that I have no contact with have literally reverberated throughout my entire family and affected generations of people, by the way. And that's why I think MAGA is one of the most disgusting and repulsive things that I have been a part of. I should say that I was raised in, because I never actually voted for Trump, but this entire cult of white supremacy relies on suppressing people's voices. And that's why I speak up so much about sexual violence. And yes, people accuse me of only caring about female victims. My first exposure to this type of conversation was with my male relative.
So basically, this girl is not MAGA, and she wasn't MAGA, but in some ways she was MAGA because her like whole family was MAGA, and she just like influenced. Yeah, so
I care about all victims, and men need to recognize that they can perpetuate and also be victims of this harm. So they should really care as well.
My MAGA dad and uncle tried to sue me because my grandmother had them removed from her will, and they blamed me because I was her caretaker at the time, when in reality they had abandoned her with a heroin addict who stole and looted storage units all over Middle Tennessee with her boyfriend and ended up getting arrested. So I had to step up and step in to rescue her.
So now we know the reason why this girl was sued. I mean, yeah, nothing changes with MAGA.
Whatever was more important than my son, your granddaughters, whatever it was, I hope you get it. If it was cheaper gas prices, cheaper eggs, more guns, Greenland, now for some reason, I hope you get that. All of it. Or else it was all for nothing, right? That's not true. That's not even true. I hope you suffer, honestly. I do. And before you tell me how cruel that is, hoping doesn't do anything. I hope for lots of things that don't happen. You know what gets things done is voting. And you fucking betrayed them. All of them. So many people. And whatever it is you betrayed them for, I don't know. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's good to you. And it probably will be. It probably will be. Because that's what you wanted. And you knew. But I'll never forgive you for it. Ever.
Yeah, we can see that this woman was basically impacted by this all MAGA stuff a lot, because the way she pronounces that stuff and just the way she looks, she talks, she's a bit, I don't know, a bit maybe crazy, and we can understand her. I would be crazy as well if I would be surrounded by MAGA people with like throughout all my life, you know.
Okay, so on top of losing friends, we have my family, who I'm the only conservative Republican in my family. My family is traditionally Democrat. I have a mother who, my birth mother, my mother that kind of raised me passed recently, but I have a birth mother who totally doesn't understand anything that I have going on. I mean, she doesn't like hate me, but she's not with it. My aunts, many of them who are AKA like Kamala Harris, have totally disowned me. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm rolled out of all their wheels at this point. They don't understand me. They say that, same thing. I've sided with white supremacists. I'm racist. What happened? I was born Democrat. Nobody is born Democrat. I'm born to choose to vote for whoever I want to. I don't care who's in my family. I have a lot of professors and scholars, but it doesn't matter.
So guys, this is it for today, and what we learned today is politics divides families, friends, parents, etc. It's terrible stuff, and I would say each person should decide whether you want to cut off your MAGA parent, your MAGA friend, or you just live with it, etc. Yeah, so write down your personal opinion about it, and see ya in the next one.